You've probably seen these crazy paper collage effects in a bunch of viral US music videos. They make any transition look seamless and adds an overall really nice handmade feel that you can't really find anywhere else. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make these transitions, and I'll show you how to do it in literally 10 seconds using PaperFX. If you don't already have PaperFX, I'll just have the assets that I use in this video linked down below so you can still follow along. This isn't some random trendy look, it's been around for a while now, and these kinds of transitions do one thing really well. They grab attention. It breaks the flow and gives your footage a really gritty edge, making it feel more alive somehow. These textures take hours to make by hand, but I've simplified everything for you by making them just drag and drop. All you have to do is play with the blending mode, and basically you can customize it endlessly. So now let me show you how to use these overlays and make these transitions. So right here inside of After Effects, I have my clip lined up and split. I'm going to be using this clip from Yeat's new music video. And in this other comp right here, I have the clips that I want to use and freeze for the paper texture overlays. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to select this one right here. I want the frame of his ring. That looks super cool. So I'm just going to come over here and freeze that. And if you guys don't have this, you can just right click, go over to time and click freeze frame. It's a bit slower, but still gets the same job done. So now that I have that frozen, I'm just going to split that and copy and bring this to the other composition. And we're going to repeat this process for the rest of the frames, and I'm going to come back once that's done. Okay, so now that I've got my frozen clips in here, as you guys can see, they're all frozen. And what we're going to do basically is come into PaperFX and choose an overlay that we want to use. I think I'm going to be using this one, and let's see, this one right here. And I'm just going to drag that in. Alright, so once your textures are in here, we're just going to move them out, and we're going to begin masking out each frame to kind of match with the design of this. So follow along carefully. If you don't know how to mask, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So we're going to begin with this one right here. So I'm just going to hide the other paper layers right here, and I'm going to be using, let's see, yeah, this frame right here. So I'm just going to move all of this to the side, and I'm going to bring this square right on top of it. I'm going to make it the same exact length as the layer. So I'm just going to come over here and split this right here just like that. I'm going to delete those two layers, and let's just drag this out all the way to the end. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is click S on our keyboard to bring up the scale on the actual freeze frame, and we're going to bring it down, and I'm going to place, I think I'm going to place the paper right here. And now what I'm going to do is right click on the paper, go to blending mode, and screen usually works the best, so we're going to put it at screen. And as you guys can see, this looks beautiful already. So now we're just going to mask around the paper so we can have the image inside. So I'm going to click G on my keyboard, and I'm going to do this really roughly for the sake of this video, but if you guys want it to be cleaner, take your time. Make sure to actually properly follow the edges. What we're going to do is make sure you're selecting on the actual layer and not the paper itself. So just click the layer, click G to bring up the mask tool, or just come up here and click pen tool right there, and we're going to mask it out. Remember, the longer you take and the more accurate your points are, the better it's going to look. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do everything pretty quickly so we can get along with the rest. And I don't know why my mouse is glitching heavily right there, but so yeah, we're almost done here. And oh my god, this mask is going to be super sloppy. I'm sorry, boys. So yeah, just like that, whenever you are done masking, it's going to basically do that. And yeah, Jesus Christ, the mask is terrible. So what we're going to do to fix that really quickly is go to mask right here. And if you don't already have it pulled up, just click M on your keyboard and it's going to pull it up. And you can either go to the mask expansion or play with the feather. But for the mask expansion, I'm just going to bring it inwards a tiny bit and play with the feather just like that. So now it looks a bit better. Still not the best mask, but whatever. It's gonna do for this video. So now I'm just gonna click U to close all of these keyframes up, and I'm gonna grab these two layers and I'm just gonna pre-comp them so I can just move them around freely. And I'm gonna place it like right here, and I'm going to, let's see, I think I want it to like happen during, let's say, yeah, right over here. So I'm just gonna split this layer, and I'm gonna bring the first paper transition right over here. And now we're gonna do the rest for the other frames. So I have this one right here, and I'm gonna use, let's say, yeah, this one looks fire. If we could just put that on like Yeat's head, and let me just go to the blending mode and change that real quick. I think if I just scale this up, or actually let's scale this down, see what we could get. Yeah, I think this frame looks nice. I think this frame looks pretty fire. So same thing as last time, we're just going to mask it out, making sure we're selected on the actual freeze frame. So we're going to click G on our keyboard to bring the mask back up, and I'm just going to quickly mask this through. Sorry guys in advance for the terrible masking, but we don't want this video to be 30 minutes either. So yeah, going to go to masks, go to mask 1, and just play with the mask expansion a tiny bit, and play with the feather, and now we're all good. So we're just going to grab, I believe, yeah, it was square 6. So we're just going to split this right here, split this at the end as well, delete. this, delete this, and bring this right on top of the layer. Select the other one as well, and we're just going to pre-comp that and name this 2 and name the other one 1 so we don't get lost. And we're just gonna trim this just like that. So now, as you guys can see, we're having the whole collage effect happening, but we're gonna play around with the scale and everything to just kind of make it look more unique. So I'm gonna scale this up a bit, and I'm gonna bring it up over, let's do there, and then this one like a bit bigger as well, like right there. And then we're gonna go on to our last one right here. So I'm just gonna grab this one, and I'm gonna toggle on the last square right here. This one is my personal favorite. It looks absolutely fire. So yeah, I'm just gonna place that right here in the center, and let me just make sure that's in the center. All right, perfect. And I'm just gonna scale down the title right here. So I'm gonna go to scale and bring that down just like so, and place that right here. Go to the blending mode on the actual square itself, make that screen, and there we go. That's looking super nice. So yeah, same process as last time. We're just gonna mask everything out. I'm gonna do this as quickly as possible. So yeah, bear with me, guys. The masks in this video are super trash. Don't hate on me, but we're trying to get through this as quickly as possible. So yeah, we're gonna go back to masks, mask expansion, and play with the expansion a tiny bit, play with the feather, and we're pretty much all good. And we're gonna place this one, let's split this first. Actually, we're gonna split like this, and we're gonna pre-comp it just like for the other ones. So delete, grab these 2 layers, and actually move this one on top. I'm gonna be showing you guys that one later. Grab those 2 layers, pre-comp, there we go, we're all set. And we're just gonna zoom into the timeline a tiny bit and just bring this like right there, so like comes out just like that, and we'll be all good. And now what we're gonna do is play with the scale on the last one, and I want it to be center and big so we can just kind of see the title of the song. And I think this layout collage looks absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna play this through, and this is what you should get. As you can see, it looks super fire, but the timing is a bit off, so I'm just gonna bring this one like right there and just do that and do that, and I think we're good. Yeah, as you can see, that's super fire. If you want to make it last a bit longer, you can just make the frames last longer just like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first transition, and we're gonna hop into the second one, which looks like this. So coming into the second one, I have another clip of Yeet right here, which is not a freeze frame. It's the segment of the next video right here. So what I'm going to do is come right here, so make sure that it's matching. So let me just turn this off, and yeah, both frames are matching. So I'm just gonna freeze this layer right here, and I'm going to drag this other layer all the way out. Just for right now, we're going to place everything back correctly afterwards, but we're going to actually play with the whole collage. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this layer once, and I'm going to come to PaperFX right here, and I'm going to grab the column right here, and I'm going to bring the scale all the way down and click R, bring up rotation, make that 90 degrees just like so, and I'm going to stretch it out just like that. And I'm going to bring this layer on top right here, and I'm going to split on both sides to make it the right length, just like this. Delete and delete. And what we're going to do now basically is mask each part of the video to go inside of these frames. So I'm going to change the blending mode here, make that screen, and we're going to duplicate this layer once more. So we have 3 layers. I'm just going to name this one 1, name this one 2, and name this one 3. And what we're going to do is just mask out the 1, 2, 3. So selecting 1, what I'm going to do is click G on my keyboard to bring back up the mask, and I'm just going to go around the texture just like so. Same thing for 2, we're going to go right there, go to the other side and make a mask just like this. And same for 3, we're going to make the mask, which is still looking terrible, but it is what it is. There we go. So now we have a perfect mask layout going on, as you guys can see. And what we can do to actually have them come in one by one, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But first, I'm going to clean up all the edges because it looks absolutely terrible. So I'm going to go into the mask settings and just play with the mask expansion a tiny bit and play with the feathering. Oh god, yeah, no, the mask was genuinely just terrible, so not super fixable. We're just gonna deal with it. It's gonna be like this for this video. Fuck it. So what we're gonna do now is turn off these strips right here, and as you guys can see, we have each individual layer cut out. So we're just gonna turn it back on, and we're going to duplicate it 2 times, right? Just like that. We're gonna name this one 3 3 2 2, so we don't get lost. These aren't the best names, but I can understand it, so that's all right for me. And what I'm going to do now is just mask them out individually. So I'm going to bring back up the pen tool and selecting the 1 1. So it's going to be this top one right here. I'm just gonna make a rough mask just like this, and then click the second one, 2 2, make the same type of mask around it. Doesn't have to be perfect at all, as long as we're not touching the actual mask itself, we'll be fine. Just like this. And for the last one, we're gonna select 3 3 and do the same exact thing. Perfect. Now that we have all of our masks masked out, crazy tongue twister there. So what we're gonna do now basically is pre-comp the matching ones, if that makes sense. So 3 and 3, I'm going to pre-comp and name that 3, and then just drag the 2 right there, and I'm gonna pre-comp the 2 and 2, name that 2, and I'm gonna grab the 1, pre-comp 1 and 1, and rename that 1. So perfect, we have the whole transition pretty much down, and I'm just gonna drag the other video underneath it so we have a different video playing underneath. I think that'll be a lot better, and then have the actual transition happen like right there. So what I'm gonna do now basically is just drag each of them like this, trying to make it random or not too spaced out. I think would look better. Something, let's see how fast this comes in. Yeah, I think something like that is fire. And then we're gonna have it end right there, so I'm just gonna delete all those clips, drag this back, and take the last clip right here, the matching one, and bring it right there. So now the transition is gonna look like this. That looks insane, but I think we can add a shake to this to make it a bit better. So I'm just gonna come over here inside of Shake Sauce 2, and I'm going to go to keyframe right here, and I'm going to do a, let's see, yeah, Twitch looks cool. I'm gonna make sure I'm not selected on anything. I'm gonna put that in, pause. All right, so now that I have my shake in here, I'm just gonna place it right here so it matches with the actual transition. So now it's gonna look like this. Looks fire. I'm gonna play that through for you. So yeah, that looks super fire now. Added some energy to it. So yeah, that is how you make these collage effects inside of After Effects. Super simple if you follow through. It's just literally masking, having the right textures, and just knowing kind of where to place everything and having the sort of right idea. So yeah, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you do want to get PaperFX, it's going to be linked down below. Inside of this pack, there's 25 custom paper overlays. They're super fire. They're compatible with pretty much any editing software. As long as you can drag in PNGs into them, you'll be fine. So yeah, they're all 4K, ready to blend. And I added some bonus paper sound effects if you guys really want to saw the transition. So yeah, another reason to get it. On that note, catch y'all next time. Peace.